Hello and welcome back to today's kitchen. Today we are back with another interesting recipe, and that is spaghetti bolognese. One ingredient that also goes well with this dish is mushrooms. So you can either use canned mushrooms or fresh mushrooms. It is one of the recipes or one of the ingredients that I forgot, but it tastes really well in spaghetti bolognese. So if you have mushrooms, also please add it to the dish. Fresh or canned is okay. So if you want to know how this interesting dish is achieved, please stay tuned as we show you step by step how we reach this final level. Okay, it is so fresh, so tasty, so full of flavor. Okay, this is a dish that you really want to try, so stay tuned as we show you step by step how to go about it. For our bolognese, we're going to make our own homemade tomato sauce, and to do that I have here some fresh tomatoes, and each tomato I made a cross on it, and we're going to add some hot water to this to make sure it is easily peeled. So we're going to take the skin out of the tomatoes, and that is what is going to help us do that. Our water is hot, so we're going to add it to the tomatoes. You put it there until it covers it. And let it sit in here for about 2 minutes. Let it sit in the hot water for about 2 minutes, and then you take it out and peel it. In the meanwhile, we have the rest of our ingredients. So here we have 1 kilo of minced beef, and over here we have 4 onions, 2 green bell peppers, and 6 cloves of garlic that we're going to chop into small pieces. And we have a pinch of salt, Maggi cube 1, and we're going to use a tablespoon of black pepper. So I'm going to fill this into a tablespoon of black pepper. And we also have some cheese. This is powdered cheese from Holland. I think it's Italian powdered cheese. So we're going to use that for bolognese. Okay, if you don't have cheese, you can have the bolognese like that, or you can also use a mix of mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese, or you can also use Parmesan cheese, depending on you. We're also going to use butter and oil, so you can either use a mix of butter and oil, or you can just use oil. It doesn't really matter. So our tomatoes have now been peeled. The tomatoes are already peeled now. Okay, so we have it in a pot, and in the pot we have here 2 habanero peppers cut into 4 pieces, 1 onion, and 1 whole garlic. Okay, so I'm going to add in these now, cut them like this, because I'll be blending them, so the size doesn't actually matter. And I'm putting it there with the seeds because I'm going to blend it. Okay, so those go in, the onion and the garlic goes in. Okay, and we add in a little bit of water, water. We want a little amount of water because this is tomato sauce and we want it to be thick. Okay, so we're going to cover this and let it boil a little bit. Our tomato sauce has started boiling now, so I add in 1 Maggi cube and half a teaspoon of black pepper. I also add in some tomato paste to give it that red color. That goes in, and mix everything together and let it simmer all the way down until it gets to the consistency that I want. So it has simmered down to the consistency that I want. Now I'm adding in my spice mixture. So here we have some basil. I have some basil, some oregano, some thyme, some paprika, cayenne pepper. That's what we have in this mixture. So I'm going to be using 1 kilo of meat, minced meat. So 2 tablespoons go in here. 1 and 2 tablespoons. So I add that, mix it, and then put it down and blend my sauce. So this is basically my tomato sauce, and you can have this made at home instead of going to the store to buy the processed one that you don't know what is inside. So you can always make these things at home. If you don't have the spice mixture like I have it, you can put in fresh thyme, fresh oregano, fresh basil, and you can throw in some fresh paprika instead. you don't have the dried spices. So there you have it. I'm going to blend this and our tomato sauce is ready. And this tomato sauce can also be used for lasagna. It can be used for anything that you can use tomato sauce with. Okay, and the good thing, it is homemade, so it tastes better. Tomato sauce is ready and already blended now, so there you have it. Our pot is set now, so I add in some oil, just a little bit. It's Bolognese, so you don't want the oil to be floating. Just oil to brown the meat, that's all we need. So just that little amount. When it gets hot, the moment I put in the minced beef, that's where I'm going to add the butter. Because this oil is, if I add in the butter now, it can get burnt. So my oil is hot now. The minced beef goes in. Then a tablespoon of butter goes in. So I'm going to let that get brown a little bit before I add in my garlic. So it has turned brown a little bit now, so I'm going to add in my minced garlic or chopped garlic. Mix it all together and fry this until it is brown. Add in the onion too. And the green bell peppers also goes in. Mix it all together and fry this until it gets golden brown and the onions softened a little bit. Okay. I can also add in my Maggi bouillon now, black pepper and some salt. So you put in just a little amount because we also salted our tomato sauce and added some Maggi in that too. So be generous with your salt and your seasoning. So we're going to now fry this until it is well done, until it gets to the consistency that I want, or to the frying that I want. So now this is how you want your frying to be. The onions are not completely dead, but they're all weak now. Okay, so this is how you want it to get before adding in your tomato sauce. So we put now our tomato sauce, our homemade tomato sauce. So you see how beautiful this is? That's how homemade looks. So we're going to stir it now, mix it all together, and let this cook for a few minutes, and our sauce is done. Then we move to the pasta. For our spaghetti, we put our pot, okay, add in some water, all right, and throw a little bit of salt in the water and allow that to boil. So my pot has already started boiling now. I add in my pasta. So I'm using this type of packets, and each packet is 250 grams. So I'm using 4 of these packets. So that goes in. I put them in full because I want them to be long. So put it all in and mix it like this. Alright, that way they don't stick together. So we're going to let it cook according to package instructions. Okay, our pasta will soon be done, so I add in a little bit of oil. Okay, and this is to prevent the pasta from sticking onto each other when you put it down. Okay, so I add in that and mix it and let it cook. So this oil is really going to help the pasta prevent it from sticking onto each other. So let it fully cook. So you don't want this pasta to cook and soften so much. Okay, so let it cook just, you know, normal. Okay, so this is how I want my pasta to be. There is a saying that if you want to know whether your pasta has cooked, you know, you just take one strand and throw it on the wall. If it sticks to the wall, that means it is cooked, and if it falls, that means you have to boil a little further. Okay, so maybe you can also try that. Okay, I tried it several times, but this is how I want my pasta to be. And it's cooked, so I'm going to take it out now and drain it. So there you have it. Our Bolognese sauce is ready. You can see how beautiful it looks. So please do try this recipe at home. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Okay, it is so fresh, so full of flavor, and nothing beats homemade. You know, nothing beats homemade pasta. You know, try to make your own tomato sauces. Try to make your own spaghetti bolognese at home instead of going to a restaurant and spending huge amounts of money, you know, when you can actually make it at home and have it several times. So please do try this recipe and tell me in the comment section below how it actually tasted, and sure you're gonna like it. So if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel, like our videos, you know, give us a thumbs up, comment in the comment section below, you know, let us know what you would actually like us to cook for you next time.